This is where it's happening this afternoon, right here at the Bill Jarim Stadium, where the two teams that have been really just playing against each other for such a long time, as the Raiders will be really just hosting today at Rhodey Port. Well, these two teams, they've been on it, and with the Raiders, just sitting on the fourth spot, and of course, Rhodey Port, who are sitting on the third spot. And with me here, I'm with the T-Man himself. T-Man, exciting times for these two teams, and they're really just vying for something that is very special today.
Most definitely, Mac. It's an honor to be out here. Massive game between the two. Battle of the team in the West. I mean, Raiders come with a massive history, a long history, and Roodepoort just as much. And today it's going to come down to this 80 minutes between these four lines to see who's going to decide who actually qualifies for the playoffs or not. It is the Memorial Cup, GLRU Memorial Cup that we're playing for here today, and it's going to be action all the way.
Good times it is with the weather really just going to be holding up. It's a little bit windy though, and with a couple of spectators that are coming in dribs and drabs, protocol observed with the COVID and all that stuff. And looking at the two teams, just earlier on, it's quite a few injuries. I mean, if I look at the Raiders, the way they've just set up, their top 15, and just quite a few injuries as well, side.
No, definitely. I mean, Raiders have been phenomenal with ball in hand, and with ball in hand comes that territory where you obviously putting your body on the line, and we've seen the likes of John Kubek at the fly-off. He's been playing phenomenal rugby all season. His boot has been spectacular. I mean, he scored how many points off the boot for Raiders over this past few weeks, carrying the team for that matter. This week they'll be without him. The question is, can they bounce back or not?
Yeah, well, just surprising enough, Lincoln Kopman, who will be running at number 10, just playing at number 10 for them. Normally is the inside center, used to captain the team. And of course, he likes really just running the ball. He's going to be definitely making sure that he takes it flat. And it's two contrast of petting between these two teams. Rhodey, we all know that they'll definitely just use their forwards a lot, and of course maybe sometimes they'll just bring it wide, but then we all know what Raiders they can do. They just love running with the ball.
No, definitely they love running with the ball, but the question is, will they be able to get that ball wide with Lincoln Koopman at fly-off? He's a phenomenal player, and in saying that, he was inside center for many years because of his hard running. And today, would that be the difference between the two teams? Will he be able to get those arms free and swing those ball wide?
Yeah, well, there's quite a few players that we really just got to touch base on. One of them is Ronald Stradom. He's 40 years old. Yes, he's a really just big man. And he's been here before. He's been here 14 years. And he turned actually 40 this year. And he's been here, so he understands almost everything about the culture of this place. Where do you see that going?
Look, it's going to be interesting. It's a welcome home for him. Welcome back to the House of Pain. Yeah. It's not going to be easy. He knows the game plan in and out. He knows the players very, very well. I mean, he's played with them for how many years, and obviously been in the same league. They've built this culture, and today it's going to be nice to see how he comes out and decides to counter every move that Raiders will have.
Now, we'll definitely just chat about him earlier on, but then again, looking at the big forwards from the Roodepoort with Tian, Miller just wearing 122 kg. Well, quite some few big men here, but even the Raiders as well, that Reinhard Oliphant, 24 years old, who's going to be starting at hooker.
No, definitely. I'm looking forward to seeing the big men in Roodepoort. I mean, both teams have been flexing their muscles online all week if you've been watching. Roodepoort showing their muscle, how much their forwards weigh. Raiders countering that on Thursday. So it's good to see the counter-attack and the banter going on social media. And today it comes down to the battlefield, the four lines that have been drawn. Social media banter's over. It's time for the gents to do the work.
Now I'm going to put you a little bit under pressure a bit between these two teams. Where do you see this going?
It's going to be a tough one. Raiders have been on the up. This is going to be the first time in how many years they're qualifying for a playoff spot. And Roodepoort, do they have the legs to take it all the way? Well, I'm going with the Raiders by about 12 points. And yourself? You can't.
That's a very close one. I'm going to tell you just after the game. So that's where it stands right here. Here we go now. Raiders will be hosting Roodepoort. Just stay with us. Happy? Let's go in. Zito. I've already mentioned you fucking 4 times. I say boys. Fuck your love boys, man.
team sheet.
Well, a beautiful, really setting right here at Bill Jadine Stadium, as you're seeing all the starting 15 from Raiders and, of course, from Rhodey Port. Just starting with the visiting team. Well, as looking at that fullback, as Ethan Anderson, 24 years old, was from Parktown. He's played for UJ and Wits. And, of course, the outside backs is Reps Masholata. And, of course, with Marcel Leroux. So that's the left wing. So the two centers is Brendan Robertson, who will be teaming up with Roland Stradom, the 40-year-old who's got so much experience. He's played his rugby for the Lions Sevens. And, of course, he's been overseas as well in New Zealand playing for Hawke's Bay. As Tian Nodier, 20 years old, will be starting at 10. So at 9, it's Ismail Adams and Ruan Nodier and Lundwabo Kuwazale. And at 6 is Liam Neal. So this is where now it really just matters the most, as the tight 5 is Bevan Herbs. And we'll be teaming up with Ricardo Berger at number 4. So at the tight head proper for Rota is Baranda Stein, 31 years old, who comes from Valpicker. As Ruben Peterson, of course, at number 2, 23 years old, including Tian Miller, 122 kg. So that's how it really just set up very nicely for the Rhodey team. As TH, my man, the Raiders team. So can you really just tell us exactly who's going to be starting?
Look, going through the Raiders team, it is a bit of a mix-up on the team sheet. But if you go through it from 15, we've got Marvin Snyers coming in at fullback. I mean, we do know what he can do on a counter-attack. Then we've got James Bester, the 28-year-old former UJ player. Lots of titles under his name. Chris Juries, Wayne Devanil, Itum Pete coming in on the wing. Gold Cup champion Lincoln Koopman coming in at the pivot role. Marco Alberts, another Lions Sevens player that's going to be taking it up from 9. Going into the forward pack, we've got Damian Malchas, Reinhard Olofse and Damian Kalitz. The tight 3 that will be obviously holding it down for Raiders this afternoon. The loose trio, we've got Kaya Twala and Godwin Masente, knowing what he can do. Velapi Kumalo, the 37-year-old, another one of the experienced campaigners, will be taking it up with Andile Ngobe in the lock position.
Very good big forwards between these two teams, as the huddles are from the players, with Koopman just taking his team, captaining the team from Raiders. And of course, with Roland Stradom, number 12 from Roodepoort, will be managing the Roodepoort player. So this is where it starts. So Raiders will be kicking off as Koopman will be having the ball in hand. Well, normally he plays a center. He used to captain the team, as I played for UJ as well under 19 couple of seasons back. Now he's more of like a senior player. It's over 30 years old. As our ref today is Richard Schultz, and our touch judges is Enrico Plaiki and Daniel Matei. So Koopman will restart the game. As it's just waiting for the ref, Richard Schultz, to restart the game. As he kicks it deep. Well, that ball was not really just fielded very well by the Roodepoort players. Well, it's the first mistake that they've done, the Roodepoort team.
Early nerves there by Roodepoort. Not getting any time to settle. They do have a line-out in their favor. Now just going back to basics, starting from the beginning, winning their line-outs and eventually getting to clear the lines, take a breather before they get going again.
Ruben Peterson, who's going to be throwing this ball, 23 years old from Roodepoort. A little bit of a bocky, they call it in Afrikaans, but now he gets his body split skew. But then again, a little bit messy from the Roodepoort team. They're managing just to win it, as Adams with a long pass to his fly half, Tian Nodier. And Tian Nodier just tries to find touch. As a very good touch finder there by the young man who is just 20 years old, Tian Nodier.
Beautiful touch finder there, exactly what we spoke about a few moments ago. Roodepoort just getting the ball, securing it, clearing the lines, getting a bit of a breather, and now putting Raiders under pressure. Hopefully they can turn things around. Reinhard Olofse now, the hooker, lining up his first throw of the match. As you can see, Malchas coming in, giving him the calls, clear instructions. Will the execution be just as clear?
Root also just misses his jumpers as well, so there's 2 mistakes between the 2 teams as Raiders just trying to clean that ball, so it's a slow ball at this stage. Now they're bringing it wide with Malco Alberts as they're playing blindside. Now this is the game that they want with Adam now just going the ball. Now pressure is on from the Rhodey side. They've got the ball inside the 22. As penalty, says the ref, for Richard Schultz giving a penalty away. And it looks like he says someone else just came in from the side there.
Tough call there from the referee. Clear instructions there. Raiders just getting a bit excited after getting their first break of the game. James Bester there putting pressure on Adams. The Roodepoort scrum off. Good clearance there by Roodepoort now.
Yeah, already you can tell the intent of the Raiders team, where they really just like to play the ball wide. There you could see that they've attacked the blind side, just finding lots of space on the far side of the park, as eventually just giving the penalty right inside the Rhodey in. So Reynald Ufelse, now he finds his jumpers. Now they bring it wide as they're trying to set up a more right in the middle of the park. Now good hit there by the Raiders team as it's a slow ball. So Adamse with the kick. It's a huge kick up and underneath that ball as the right wing there nearly got it. It's James Bester. Now that's what they want to do, the Raiders team. Now counter attack. It's James Bester just getting the ball as they're keeping the ball. Lincoln Koopman just attacking the blind side. Now there's Mampisi. He rolls away and he goes out being tackled wide.
Itu Mpete breaking down the wing, the former Gold Cup champion, just showing his brilliance in what he can do down the wing. Raiders now getting into their stride, playing that rugby that they love to play. Mac, could you have give some of those offloads in your days?
Well, not anymore. I still need to fix my knees, but then again, back to the game. As that's a forward pass, says the ref. So this will be the first opportunity to see this big man right up in front. As looking at Rhodey, it's Damon Kaltz. Well, I beg your pardon, that's Raiders, Damon Kaltz and Dylan Malchas there, 28 years old. Will be teaming up with Damon Kaltz. So Dian Miller and Ruben Peterson and Baron Stein for the Rhodey team. So good hit there from the Rhodey, but then again, good counter attack as penalty, says the ref. Now they're bringing it wide and good long pass there to the big man himself. Brendan Robertson just takes it up. As now they're getting the momentum going forward. As once again, no advantage, says the ref. Perhaps maybe the ref must let it just go with it. It looks like as if between these two teams, TH, we are going to be seeing great tries between these two teams.
No, definitely both teams coming out wanting to attack, play strong rugby. The ref there just bringing it back to the penalty. They gave Roodepoort the opportunity to play, but nothing was taken from it. Roodepoort now making their intentions clear. Choosing 7 over 3, but will they be able to execute their line out and their backline ball to perfection so that they can turn this opportunity into 7 points?
Well, they're going for touch. They don't want 3 points now. The line out will take place right inside the 22-meter line of the Raiders team. Now, Ruben Peterson, he finds his jumpers at number 2. He finds Ricardo Berger. Now they're setting up a maul. So he's going forward a little bit sideways though. With Adams just waiting for the ball, just reeling his troops. As penalty, says the ref. So his ref is playing advantage. It's long pass there. Just finding the grass. So no advantage, says the ref. As Rhodey there trying to set up a maul. So infringing. That's the Raiders coming on the side. It's always going to be very difficult for the Raiders team to stop the maul of the Roodepoort with the likes of Ricardo Berger there, Bevan Herbst, the big man himself with Liam Nell, and including Ruben Peterson and Dian Miller. So decision time for the Roodepoort team as Dian Nodia, well, being told by his captain, obviously, just he needs to get the 3 points. So quite a fairly easy spot for the kick.
No, definitely. It should be an easy one. Roodepoort now taking their 3 points on offer, moving back. Would this opportunity come back to haunt them? I mean, if they had to get a few more meters with that ruck and keep going, it would have put Raiders under enormous amount of pressure. And that could have forced a penalty, maybe even a yellow card. And Roodepoort could have taken advantage. The strike is good. The crowd is happy. And it's over. 3 points, Roodepoort. They take the lead at the Bill Jardine Stadium.
Well, Tian Nodia, the 20 years old, who really just got that kick over. That's former Bastion High School. And of course, it's situated in Vetportki. Not too many people know about that school. It's still 20 years old, so he's got lots of rugby in him, as getting his team on the board by 3 points. So 3 points now, the Rhodey Port team, and still no points on the board for the Raiders. Restart from Raiders. This time is short, but they're getting it back there from Chris Juris. Now, Lincoln just takes it up. He takes it flat, tackled outside that 22. Alberts with the ball in hand now. It's a long skip pass to James Juris, trying to find Bester. Maprizi! Well, just good cover there from the Rhodey Port team. Now they're under pressure inside their 22, 5 meters towards their try line, as they'll have to slow it down now at this stage with Adams to Nodia, and Nodia can't find touch. Now Raiders, they will definitely attack this one. Now the fullback Mervyn Sainus takes it up inside back into their 22. Penalty, says the ref. Frustration now really indeed from the Raiders team while it was holding on. So it's pretty simple. So the cleaners were supposed to be there as quickly as possible, as Raiders still no points on the board with Rhodey Port still got 3 points, although they're under pressure inside their half.
Marvin Sny is very good with the counter-attack. This time he just uses the alternate option, going to the open side, running away from his players, and this is where they caught him out. Nobody's to secure the ball over him once he was tackled, and that led to the Roodepoort penalty. Roodepoort now with an opportunity to clear the lines and now turn defense into attack instantly. Tian Nodia with a massive boot, putting Raiders back in their own half. This gives Roodepoort a good opportunity to get under attack.
Good touch finder there by Tian Nodia, then 20 years old from Rhodey Port, who's playing number 10 today, as they're giving an opportunity now to Rian Ufanse to find his jumpers. Hooker find his jumpers, a little bit messy though, as Baron Stein just gets the ball, but the ref is not too happy about something. Well, it's a scrum. The ball was not straight from the line out, so it's going to be Raiders put in. So perhaps maybe Raiders will have an opportunity inside their half to run this ball. Well, normally, if it's a scrum just a little bit outside their 22, there's a whole lot of wide space on the outside with the wing just being dropped and the fullback. Perhaps maybe Lincoln Koopman will have an opportunity with the likes of Itu Mpete on the outside to strike out wide. So good scrum there by the Porter, as ball out now from Alberts, as Raiders now attacking, offloading the ball. Now they're getting the ball on the outside. Where's the support play? Now they're going inside to Dwayman Devontel. He's going to go, and he plays to James Fenter, one of the fastest players for Raiders, and then he scores a great try for the Raiders team.
James Bester just coming at the support line all the way. No opportunity there. Raiders took it, made something out of nothing. 5 points on the board. Raiders take the lead just so effortlessly. James Bester putting on a couple of kilos over the years. Pure muscle. The balance between strength and speed got him over the try line there. Raiders 5, Roodepoort 3.
Yeah, it's always going to be very difficult for the Rhodey Port team to really defend, especially when we talk about the backline players with the likes of Wayne, Devon Hill, who's going to be trying to kick for poles, with Chris Juris as well. They're all attacking players from the Raiders team. I mean, the whole average of the players from the Raiders. They've played 7, so they know really how to attack from any angle. As Devon Hill, well, he's a gym instructor. Well, currently he's played the line 7s, so he gets an opportunity to add the 2 points in this game. 7 caps for the Lions amateur between 2018 and 2019. So he takes his time. Well, 20 meters towards the touchline. As the strikes, the crowd will tell you. So that's a missed kick there from him. Once again, but dangerous play from the backline players from the Raiders.
Definitely warning signs there from Raiders, showing what they can do with ball in hand. And this is the first opportunity they had with ball in hand, where they got the opportunity to attack. Roodepoort will now be sure to keep them out of the game and keep the ball away from that Raiders backline. Lincoln Koopman filling so effortlessly into his role at fly-off. One would say he's been a fly-off all his life.
15 minutes gone in the first half of this game. As Raiders, they're leading for the first time with a try by James Beste. As restart from Dian Nodia, he kicks it deep at this time. As Raiders not really just keen to kick the ball now. They're running the ball from inside their 22. There's a big man himself, Malchus there, the big prop forward. As now it looks like as if they're playing touch now. Beste again with the ball in hand. He beats 1, beats 2, he comes inside once again with their juries. Now they're inside the 10-meter line of the Rhodey team. So that's exactly what they were looking for. Ball wide to Lincoln Koopman. They'll have to let the ball go. As Roodepoort's managing just to slow down the ball. Penalty, says the ref. Richard Schultz once again just coming in. As decision time will be very vital for the Raiders team. So they've been very good with the ball in hand. And I don't see them really just going for the 3 points. They'll definitely go for touch.
No, definitely. Raiders have seen what they can do with ball in hand. Just shown Roodepoort vulnerable on defense, and they're looking to exploit it now, especially at line-out time. I mean, Reinhard Olofse finding his jumpers all the time, and this time he's going to go once again and try to find his jumpers. Just good to see the confidence that Raiders is playing with, and this will definitely be telling on the scoreboard at the end of the day.
Inside the 22, that will be the lineup that will be taking place for the Raiders team. Olofse will be given the task to find his jumpers. As Olofse is trying to find Masengle, missed opportunity there. Raiders missed the opportunity with a clear kick there from Ishmael Adams. The number 9 for the Roodepoort team. So it looks like as if the ref will want them to go all the way backwards. Not too sure why. Perhaps maybe it was just out of the 22 there, we assume. As another line out that will be taking place. Still under pressure, the Roodepoort team. As line out. So Olofse once again not finding his jumpers. Good clean there by Alberts. As looking to secure the ball and turn over inside their half. So the ball being blocked forward there, as the ball just being won all the way backwards again by the Roodepoort team inside their half. A lot of contesting between these two teams. Now Roodepoort trying to run the ball from inside their 22. Malchus will go all the way, chasing, as it was nearly a big boo-boo there from the Roodepoort team. Well, that's not their strength. Basically, they're trying to run the ball from inside their 22 TH, and it didn't really work at all there.
I think it's just going back to basics and doing what's been done in training. Raiders are stretching the Roodepoort game plan, and you see Roodepoort now deviating from the initial game plan they started with. Roodepoort playing rugby under pressure, putting themselves under pressure, forcing the mistakes upon themselves. We had Dylan Malchus with an opportunity, seeing glory, lifting those legs. The big man almost seen stars and the try line.
Just having I saw the captain there, Ronald Stradom, just having a chat there with the ref, the 40-year-old from Rhodey As once again they're having a chat, obviously looking for some explanation. As perhaps maybe not too happy about something, but this will be a good opportunity now for the Raiders to stretch that lead. 5 points it is for the Raiders team, and 3 to the Rhodey Port, with 19 minutes gone in this first half of this game. Lovely setting here, beautiful weather here in Bosmont, Bill Jardine Stadium in Johannesburg, with a Memorial Cup that has been played for right here in Gauteng.
So good to see the fans back in the stadium. All protocol is being observed. Yes, together we can beat COVID-19, and it just shows as you're coming from the stadium, only vaccinated fans only. Your barcodes are being scanned, and right now you've seen fans back in the stadium. This is how it should be. Very soon we'll be seeing Ellis Park filled with spectators.
Now Alberts feeds, and then 8-9 there to Alberts again. They're playing on the far side. Good line by Juris. Tackle short. As there's a forward pass, says the ref. No, I don't think so. I don't think that was a forward pass. He came in a very good line, just running at an angle. And Mr. Ref, Richard Schultz, says nope. It was a forward pass. So scrum inside the Roodepoort half, and this will be a very good opportunity now for Roodepoort team to really just release pressure with the likes of Nodier at 9.
Adams now with the feed to this scrum. He's been quite consistent all day at his role in scrum half. Now he's just going to take that continuity. Massive scrum there by Raiders. As you see, Malchus pushing, Adams controlling the ball under pressure. Good counteract there from Raiders. Roodepoort now gathering the troops. Taking it up phase by phase, looking to suck into the Raiders team before going for the clearance. Nadia now with a massive boot, finding a good 40 meters on that kick. Relieves the pressure for a bit. Roodepoort can now go back to the drawing board, figure things out before setting for this line out. Mac, what do you make of this game so far?
Yeah, I think both teams are really just trying their best to, get the points on board. But then again, they kind of like looking at the Raiders team, they're not playing with so much structure. It's all the flair and individual play, which I really like. And then the Rhodeyport team, they've started very well with their forwards, but now they're trying to run the ball from inside the 8-22. It's not going to work at all for them, as Raiders once again just losing their line out inside their half, as ref says it's knocked forward from the Rhodeyport team. Now the scrums has been very good for the Raiders, as working hard, Dylan Malchus and Ofonse and Kalitz, the tight five of the Raiders team. So the scrum, just waiting for the ref to restart the game. Well, Marco Alberts, there, 32 years old, will be feeding the scrum outside the 22. Another sevens specialist is played for the Lions. It's Marco Alberts. Now he brings the ball up there. It's a little bit messy, as the ball is going to be knocked forward by the Raiders team. As penalty in the process, that's for holding on for Raiders. It looks like it was Chris Uris who was holding on there. And this will give another opportunity for this Roodepoort team to release pressure. So Nodia on the ball. Dian Nodia, 20 years old. He finds touch. Good touch finder for Nodia. I beg your pardon, you can't find touch there with the ball in hand. Now Raiders just attacking from inside the 22 with E2. Beats one, it beats two on the halfway line. Now they'll have to release the ball as quickly as possible. Raiders is looking to attack on the outside. Once again, just good passing by the Raiders, but being tackled backwards. Now they still got the ball in hand. With a good step there by Keegan Linksfield. As James Bester, the try scorer, now he goes, he beats one. Inside his 22, he needs to pass inside. Well, he was running with the ball, but he ended up really just going outside. And the touch find there, well, I should say the touch won the tackle from James Bester. But what an exciting play from the Raiders team, especially when they're inside their half.
So dangerous, ball in hand. Once again, showing their strengths. Raiders playing to their strengths. James Bester there, showing great awareness of his skill, but the defender just one up on that one, using the touchline as an extra defender. Raiders now win the ball from the line out. Alberts brings it wide. Juris looking to break. Goes, beats the guy on the outside. Mpete. Try line fever by Itu Mpete, dropping the ball. That would have been an opportunity for Raiders to double their lead and put Rhodeyport under pressure as we get closer to halftime.
Yeah, this game will definitely open up with 24 minutes gone in the first half of this game, as Raiders just flexing their muscle, especially when they're having the ball in hand, with the Roodepoort really just battling to defend. The ref just having a chat with the big tight five right up in front. Scrums has been very good between these two teams, so another opportunity to release pressure for the Rhodeyport team. Barenstein, Ruben Peterson and Jan Miller. The tight five will need to work very hard for this one. Ishmael, he's been very good, Ishmael Adams, the number 9 for the Rhodeyport team. He's a Paul Boys High boy, former Paul Boys High. So now Adams, pressure, good hit there from the Rhodeyport team, as penalty, says the ref, just pulling out. Well, it's Damon there, Cullets, who has been penalized, 21 years old, for the Raiders team. If you think about it, he's scrumming against Tian Miller, the 28 years old, who is weighing 122 kg. So it's all about experience now these days, especially when you talk about the front five.
That's definitely what club rugby comes down to. Experience is the winner at the end of the day. A lot of these guys playing professional rugby, coming back down to club rugby, and now giving back to the next generation of rugby players. Just showing the future of Springbok rugby is bright, starting at club level. Roodepoort a bit messy at line-out time. Roodepoort keeping their options open, taking it up, bashing it in the centres. No scrum off at the moment in time. Jury is pushing up out of the line. Lincoln Koopman, strong in defense. Roodepoort very, very slow on attack. Just giving the Raiders team up an opportunity to push them back.
Now Adams is back at 9 to clean the rucks. Well, he finds Nodia with the left kicker. He's trying to find space on the far side of the park. He found grass. As Juries with the ball in hand. Now they're playing Beste with the flick pass at the back there. Once again with the Chris Juries with the ball in hand. His brother played 7th Springboks, Fabian Juries. Now with Alberts now with the ball in hand, as once again ball not been really looked after from the Raiders side. Now the ref is playing advantage with the Juries. He dances again. Well, big man there just taking the ball kick, and the big 8th man, and he's still on his feet. Eventually the tackles comes in there, desperate tackle from the big number 4 Ricardo Beste, 30 years old, who makes a very important tackle on the halfway line, as the ref once again just takes them all the way back. So no advantage. So this is what I don't understand, TH. They've played about 20 meters, but now the ref is actually bringing them all the way backward to the knock that took place earlier on.
Very interesting decision there from the referee, bringing it back all the way. Advantage was played. I'm sure by then advantage had to have been over. But now we find the referee taking control of this game. I like the way he's been controlling, letting things flow, knowing that both teams want to play attacking rugby with ball in hand. I mean, it's phenomenal stuff here. The ref is on form. Both teams playing amazing rugby. The sun is out. What more could we ask for, Mac?
Yeah, I'm not sure that they will really last with the pace that they've really just started on with this game. Already it's about 30 minutes gone in the first half of this game. Still, the points, still Raiders 5 and Rhodey Port 3 with just only a try that took place in the 13th minute of this game, with James Bester just going over the try line. There's only a penalty from Rhodey Port that took place earlier on, with Nodier just slotting that one over. As it will be very great for these two teams to really just keep the tempo. Both teams, they're showing intent to play. Now, scrum, as Raiders put in, so Alberts just feeds the scrum. As advantage, says the ref, so Alberts with the ball in hand is finding Koopman to his inside center, Wayne Devon Hill. As penalty, says the ref, so it was penalty from the scrum, just scrumming across. Going across during scrum time, says the ref. So there's quite a few penalties that we've seen during scrum time.
Most definitely, Mac. And I mean, for the average rugby fan at home, probably started watching rugby maybe a few years ago, Springboks winning the World Cup. What exactly does that mean? Touch not found. We will continue that conversation later. Raiders now on defense. Roodepoort attacking from deep, something out of the regular.
Yeah, with the Nodier just wearing number 22. He's playing 10, so trying to attack from inside the 22. Once again, another penalty for the Rhodey Port side. I've counted already 6 in the game, so it's quite a lot with 30 minutes gone. 5 Raiders with the try, only 3 for Rhodey Port with the penalty. Nodier and still hasn't found touch as well. As Raiders, Mervyn Snace just gets the ball as he kicked it very long, very good touch finder. The angle was very tight, but he did manage just to clear and find touch. So 31 minutes gone, it's first half, as you are watching the Raiders team today with blue and white and red, just hosting the Rhodey Port team, which on the screen now just wearing black and yellow. So water break for the boys.
Most definitely. I mean, it looks like it was needed, well deserved. Both teams playing amazing rugby on the day. Mac, let's talk a bit about conditioning. Look at this, coming back after almost 2-year layoff, Mac. I mean, how do you condition your body to come back to rugby after such a long layoff?
Yeah, I think it's been very tough for their boys, to be honest, because regardless of what, the COVID really just played a very big part from the players' point of view, with their conditioning, with not allowing any player to train in terms of activity that has been set for the teams. As water break at this stage, so it's very hot. But I must say, I mean, the intent of these two teams, you wouldn't say that they were coming from COVID. And very important as well to mention that this is a Golden Lion Memorial Cup 2021, as this was formed just after the COVID, where after the COVID they've just managed just to bring in all the teams here for the Lions to really play in this competition. Just looking at the log at this stage, we've got Fitz that are sitting right up on top, Perker at second place, and Rhodey Port for the third place with 21 points, and Raiders with 19 points in fourth. So those are the two teams that are playing today. And of course the likes of Pirates that sitting on the 5th spot, with Germiston Simmons and UJ just sitting at number 7, but they've pulled away purely because they really just wanted to prepare themselves for the Varsity Cup in terms of the off-season. And of course with the likes of Alberton Wanderers just lurking there at the back, right in the bottom of the half, including Randfontein, who is sitting on the 10th spot in this competition.
Quite a few familiar faces if you do look at your screen right now. I mean, Ronald Stadium has been there for many years. The Roodepoort physio as well, Tanya van der Lit, been around in the 7 setup. She knows what she's doing, definitely. I mean, looking at the Raiders side now, George Makwena, former Lions backline player. I mean, phenomenal. I mean, he played in your day, Mac. How many centuries ago was that?
Yeah, I actually played with George Makwena, the coach of the Raiders team, and she was awesome. Very great wing. And even if you played him at 10, he really just used to cut their lines. And there's quite a few players that came from this place here, with Jakob Boyzin, who went all the way just to play for the Lions as well. So there's a lot of history when we talk about the Raiders team, especially even here at this place at the Bill Jardine Stadium.
It's nice to see the experienced campaigners, provincial players, the likes of George McQueen, Rodwell de Vos, coming now and sharing their knowledge down to the youngsters. And you can definitely see it's rubbing off on this players, just the way this team plays.
Matthijs Boysen as well, the coach of the Roodepoort team, getting involved here again. He used to be at UJ. Now he's doing his duty at Rhodey So line out again for the Roodepoort team. It's not that good, but then again, just clean up there from the players. As halfway line there, the ball went out. So Raiders now with a quick take from the Raiders now with Koopman with the ball in hand. That long pass, can't find his players there. Now he finds Juris, takes it up there. The clearance needs to be there. And a couple of players that are folding, just are falling away as counter-ruck from the Rhodey team. Now Alberts looking to find his jumpers. They might be coming from the blind side now. They're staying on an open side with Lincoln Koopman with the long pass again. As Carl's just knocking the ball forward. Well, the forwards are not going to be too happy about this. There's quite a few scrums. I've counted about 8 now already. So there'll be tired man just at the end of the first half of this game. With 35 minutes. Oh, I'll beg your pardon. It's 36 minutes gone. As slowly but surely we're approaching the halfway line. It's still the Raiders team that are leading by 5 points to 3 with the scrum. Well, Ishmael Adams will feed. Well, he feeds with the Raiders just coming in there, trying to put pressure. Adams to Nodier. Nodier with a nice little grabber kick is finding a lot of space on the near side of the park from where we're sitting from in the main grandstand. Good touch finder there by Nodier. Really just driving the play from inside his half, inside the Raiders half. I must say, and still 20 years old, definitely one to look for the future.
No, definitely just how he controls that game, knowing that Raiders have to turn their backs around and they don't have the quickest guys to turn around. He turns them around, puts them in a position just where he wants it. Roodepoort now, if they can keep the ball in this area of the field, they can definitely turn territory into points.
Off the top by the Raiders team with a bigger 8th man just taking the ball up. They're still inside their 22. Marco Roberts there with a long pass from the blind side. He finds Koopman. Normally it's not a kick up, but managing to hoof that one on the far side of the park. Now with the ball in hand with Marcel Leroux. Well, they're trying to run the ball wide as well. They're running a little bit skew with Adams just deciding to find touch. Well, he knew exactly what he was doing, so it was advantage already from the ref, Richard Schultz. And slowly but surely the forwards are walking slowly to where the penalty took place. So ref there going towards the Raiders and having a chat.
Mac, moments before halftime here, we see the ref having a chat to Captain Lincoln Koopman, just asking his players to keep the discipline. There has been a number of penalties being given away by both teams. Mac, Roodepoort trailing now 3 points to 5. A penalty on the Raiders 10-meter line. What do they do here? Do they kick to the line or do they go to the poles? I mean, this is decision-making time here.
Well, if I was a coach of Roodepoort, luckily I'm not. I was going to ask for the players to go for the 3 points. If they kick this one over, it's going to be 5-3. They'll be leading, and they'll make sure that the Raiders are chasing the ball, because if, let's be honest, their lineup hasn't been good with Ruben Peterson, with his jumpers really just struggling to find each other. And it's quite a very difficult thing to pinpoint who is not doing his job between the hookers and the locks. And there's still the jumpers that you still got to keep into consideration there. You might as well just try and see if you can get the 3 points. So good call from the captain, as once again Tian Nodier will get an opportunity to get the 3 points for the Roodepoort team.
Bit of a breeze coming across there, as you can see the ball falling off the kicking tee. got a player now holding it down. Will they be able to convert this? The wind is coming from behind the poles, so he'll have to put an extra boot to this. And he's got the distance. Just lacking the direction there. Looks like it was over. A little bit of contemplation between the ARs and the referees. But the 3 points is awarded. Roodepoort now take the lead 6 points to 5. Heading closer towards halftime. I'm sure they'd be rushing into the change rooms with a smile on their face after that.
And that was a good kick there by the 20-year-old Nodia, who found his touch. And then after that, just making sure that he gets the 3 points and the penalty as Koopman to restart the game. He kicks it short on the far side of the park, as he kicked it a little bit too much. So another mistake from the Raiders team. Well, to be honest, Lincoln Koopman is a center. Like I'm saying to you, I've never really seen him kick. So it's the first time I see him play at 10. Normally plays inside center and outside. And perhaps maybe he can be forgiven there. I'm not too sure that he will be forgiven by the spectators that are here. Just came in here in numbers. Just waiting for this game to start earlier on. So, scrum, halfway line. As once again, the opportunity will be given to the Rhodeyport team with Ismail Adams to feed the scrum. Adams, former Western Province Academy player in his school days. As restart again, reset off the scrum, so for both teams.
Mac, we've had a bit of a chat earlier about the scrums. Explain to us what exactly is happening here. There's been so many scrum penalties and now another reset to add to the tally. What exactly is happening up front there?
Well, I think first things first, they'll need to really set up steady and work together as a team. And of course, just making sure that they're keeping the bind and just stay very low, because normally, well, what I've witnessed, both teams, they go up. And it's through pressure. As this time, Rhodeyport just works very hard. Hence, they've got a penalty now. Adams with the blunt side to Nodia. Nodia is trying to find space, tackled by Yuris. Adams again to his captain Ronald Stradom, 40 years old. They still got the ball in hand and they're keeping it in hand. Adams back to the traffic again to his big man Barent Stein. Now Rhodeyport with the ball in hand. They've broken the line. There's one man to beat. He goes in, goes out. He's going to go all the way. Oh, good tackle there by Raiders team. Penalty, says the ref. And I'm afraid someone else is going to go off. There's too many penalties that have been given to the Raiders team. As this time the ref, Richard Schultz, not too happy about something.
Raiders now just coming back from a warning. The ref has spoken to the captain. Looks like he's brought in the players. He's got his card in hand. Marco Alberts, the Sevens superstar, being shown yellow. He's going to be spending 10 minutes in the sin bin here after cynical play there. Would that cost Raiders or Roodepoort points on the board, because he has delayed Roodepoort from adding points to the board? But however, is this going to be the decider to tell you whether Roodepoort will be able to convert this penalty now into points?
I think it's going to be vital for Rhodeyport team just to keep the ball in hand. Yes, it is, because currently, by the look of things, you need to have a number 9 there that will be covering that space to defend. Now he's out, so that's they one man short. So it's all about the Rhodeyport to do the right thing there. Perhaps maybe even if they can go blind side, because there's no one else who's covering that blind side. And if they go onto the open side, they'll have him one man in short, but good scrum from them. Here we go, there's a blind side, here we go. As a recovery from the Raiders players there, tackled made, driving the Rhodeyport players backwards. As once again, the ref has blown his whistle. Is it a penalty? Yes, it is. So penalty, says the ref. So quick take as the ref there trying to tell the Rhodeyport players just to slow it down. Now, big number 8 there who has broken. That's Roodepoort, 25 years old. He's been very good for the Rhodeyport team. He's giving them a very good goal forward. Roodepoort, the big number 8 from the Rhodeyport team. And perhaps now this is his time to prepare. Perhaps maybe just to pick up and go and try and challenge for the try line. Very strong with the ball in hand. As time is moving very slowly for the Raiders team. Marco Alberts, who got himself a silly yellow card. Now, Adams to feed. Once again, good hit from the Rhodeyport. Now they're starting to move forward as the ref restart their scrum again. The ref is not too happy about quite a few things in the scrum.
Mac, just looking at this team, and we spoke about it in the pre-match build-up. Roodepoort do have the bigger guys, and just looking at the position on the field, I'm thinking Roodepoort would have to pick and go from the back of the scrum, and momentum will be able to take them over the try line.
Pressure at this stage for the likes of Diamond Karls and Renald Ofonse and Dylan Malchus. Those are the tight 5 of the Raiders team. They've been under so much pressure at this stage now. Ishmael Adams. And there's a huge space on the far side of the park. He feeds the scrum as the scrum just goes up and pick up and go from Roodepoort and challenging the try line. Ball is a little bit messy at this stage as knock on again from the Raiders team. So restart again as well. This basically will suit the Raiders team. I'll tell you why, because the time is moving very nicely. They are playing with 14 men with Marco Alberts, just 32 years old, just got himself a yellow card. So they're playing with 14 men, the Raiders team. So they don't really mind to scrum again, scrum until halftime, because this is really just eating up a good valuable time for the Roodepoort team.
I think this is the experience coming through from the Roodepoort guys and the Raiders guys as well, who's just managing time effectively, eating up the clock, and eventually, before you know it, Marco Alberts will be back on the field. Adams now with the feed to the scrum. Very strong scrum here from the Raiders team. Ball is turned over, and they've got the advantage. Wayne Devonhill with a massive clearance. Mpete with the chase. Who's going to win it? Mpete now piling on the pressure, taking him out. Good kick. And as the experts would say, the kick is only as good as the chase. Mpete now takes it quick. Plays the ball to Koopman. Koopman plays it wide. Juries with ball in hand. A bit of a fumble. The ref spots it. Knock on. Opportunity gone, a begging here by Raiders.
Yeah, it was their time to really pounce again and score a try there, with the players not managing to find their outside players on the outside. As it looks like as if it's halftime. Yes, it is. So halftime score here at Bill Jardine Stadium, with the Raiders just with the points on the board. It's only a try from the Raiders team and 2 penalties from Dianodia from the Rhodeyport team. And as we're wrapping up their first half, so halftime score here at Bill Jardine Stadium is Raiders 5 and Rhodeyport, the visiting team, 6. Back to you guys shortly.
talking
better.
to me, so
It could be better, but we'll get better.
I know they said the gazebos are up, but it's making it difficult, man. I can't bring around.
I know.
But the
I mean,
sun
you
is
see
over
there,
now. I don't know if they can.
you see there, it was a nice movement there, but we couldn't see it.
I couldn't get it, and we're like, oh, it's a decent tackle.
Yeah. You know what? Just
I mean, the shake is going over.
so this side, try and focus on number 14 for the Raiders team.
For the Raiders team.
You know, and then for Rhodey Port, there's two players. The big number 8 to Doit, plus the inside center. Okay. This is the boyfriend. Let's look after him. No, I'm saying he must look after you. You study. You know that I'm a short. You know. It's just in the street. You know. I called you again. So you love it, man. You organize it for me. I'm joking.
Riyad, hoor julle my? Ek roep julle maar, julle ek kry niks nie. Ek wil weet of hulle daai gazebo uit kan terugskuif of ek kan wegvat. Unless dit gemaak het, jy weet, maar jy weet, as dit nie gaan oor dat jy so net aanskor by oorskryf. Ek kan nie daai corner skiet nie. Altyd gewees, hè? Of wat 'n eendag, dit 1 minuut.
No changing. Kara, Mr. Kara, no changes, eh?
It's the second half of this game. Already Roodepoort with the ball in hand as the big captain Ronald Stratham just knocking the ball forward. Jesus, to think of Ronald Stratham, 40 years old, is still joining rugby. As we've had a chat about him earlier on, he's been here, he's played for the Raiders team 14 years and is 40 years old. And in his heydays, he's played for the Sevens, for the Lions. And then he's taught us all overseas, just in Hawke's Bay for the New Zealand team. As slowly but surely, I'm sure it could be his last year there. I mean, really, at the 40 years old, that's probably history when you talk about club rugby here in Johannesburg. Now, scrum. There's still no changes between these two teams, and we have to have a look at very closely as both teams having made no changes. So there's a lot of delays at this stage.
Wayne Devanil here stepping into the scrum off role for Raiders. Just trying to look at the opportunities, what they can do. The put-in is good. The first scrum of this half, solid. Raiders not getting the ball cleanly out there. One had to say the defense was a bit over-eager there. Penalty goes the way of Raiders. Mac, scrum time's been quite messy. And I mean, if you continue like this, where's this game going to go to?
Yeah, I would love to hear what the ref is saying to the captain, Lincoln Koopman. Yeah, scrum has been very untidy between these two teams. With Devon Hill there, finds touch on the near side of the park from where we're sitting from in the main grandstand. With a halftime score in this team just going to the halftime, it's Raiders 5 and Rhodeyport 6. So it still remains like that with the line out inside the Rhodeyport side. So looking at the changes as well earlier on. Now just a good line out throw there from the Raiders team, and a little bit of a different line out as being hacked with the offensive. Hacked it forward. And this will give an opportunity once again for the Rhodeyport team to restart the game inside their half and slow it down.
Mac, the new laws do they apply here? It's interesting to see we're having a 22 dropout and not an in-goal dropout as we've seen in many of the rugby matches around the world. The Sharks definitely took advantage of that, and here we see we're back to a 22 dropout.
Yeah, we'll have to double check. They'll have to apply. They're supposed to apply because I mean it's over the world. It's World Rugby. With a restart of the game inside their half, once again that young man, Tian Nodia, just finding touch on the far side of the park from his 22 dropout. That's a little bit untidy though from the Raiders team. They should have really just covered that space on the far side. As slowly but surely, you know, players' concentration is dropping.
I think we can forgive them for being one man down, but it's just a matter of time until Marco Alberts comes back onto the field and completes the 15 for Raiders. Good throwing in the line out there. Lincoln Koopman now. Ooh, just confusion on attack.
The alternative ball at this time with Adams now with the ball in hand. There's the big Tutoiti, gets the ball there. He's trying to offload. Now approaching the 22-meter line. So that's the Rhodeyport team. So Adams, he digs it in. It's a slow ball for Adams. Long pass to his captain now with Ruben Peterson just getting involved there. Tian Miller as well taking the ball up. Now the young man, Nodia, tackled 10 meters towards the try line. So that's the Rhodeyport team. As now they're trying to bring it as quickly as possible. So Big Burley, Richard Berger just takes it up. It's a slow ball. Penalty, says the ref. Raiders will be very chuffed or happy about this as they were under so much pressure at this stage. With a little bit of a chat there once again with Devon Hill stepping up. And then he finds a very good touch finder on the far side of the park.
Cool and calm in defense, trusting their structures and knowing when to counteract. Raiders definitely trusting themselves, trusting the systems, and I mean that hard yards and hours that you put in the week. This is what you want to see on the weekend. Good clearance there by Devon Hill. Takes them up to the halfway line. As you can see, the scoreboard there shows very clearly Roodepoort leading 6 points to 5. Raiders have it all to play for. The Memorial Cup is what both these teams are going for, with the final only a few weeks away. Ball taken quickly there, but the ref has asked for a reset. Looks like a reset, it wasn't. And he's given a short arm to Rhodeyport. Adams with ball in hand. What will he decide to do? takes the quick tap. Gets that ball out to Strydom. Strydom gets the ball out.
Now good running there by the bigger number 6 forward there. Just Lemnell just takes the ball up inside the 22 again. Now Adams just standing in the half position is finding his forwards, just running up right and straight. Adams again they're keeping it the same side there with their big forwards. Pass to Tiano there. Yes, Ruan Dutoit just knocking the ball forward there. Big number 8. And no advantage, says the ref. As Roodepoort just back in action in this game, so the momentum is swinging their way now. Well, this is where it matters the most. So I reckon they just need to take the 3 points. Yes, they have done that with Ronald Strydom, just the captain of the Roodepoort team, deciding to get the 3 points. It's a very good idea indeed. So he hasn't really missed too many kicks today, that Tiano Dia. So he's been given another opportunity to add the 3 points in this game. They're up by 6 points. That's a Rhodey and Raiders with 5 points, which only one try that took place in the first half of this game. It's a second half it is. Nodia with a strike, he strikes it over, he gets up, he picks up his tee, then he goes back to where his players is now. The score is 9 points, the Roodepoort team, and still 5, the home side, which is Raiders at the Bill Jardine Stadium here in Bosmont.
Very tactical approach here from Roodepoort, knowing that they have to take every point on offer, and that's exactly how they're going about it, because the Raiders, right, they're too good with ball in hand, and it just shows that Roodepoort are taking points on offer and going back. Raiders going for the big one, going for the 7-pointers, the 5-pointers, and right now it just looks like Roodepoort is getting the better of them. Mac, have they got their game plan in order here?
Well, at this stage, I think they're still trying to find themselves, the Roodepoort team. What was working for them was the forwards, but it looks like as if slowly but surely they under pressure with Kauleza knocking the ball inside his half after the restart of the kickoff from the Raiders team. So once again, that should put the Roodepoort team under so much pressure, although they're still leading this game with 9 points. The Roodepoort team, as Raiders 5 with the scrum once again. Now the scrum is out to the Raiders team, so taking it up Devon Hill. He's just staying very well on his feet. There's a couple of cleaners there just coming in too high. Now they're back now to all 50 men. Alberts now with the ball in hand. Now he's attacking the blind side. It could be a try this, and Alberts is going in inside the 22, back inside to the big Keegan Ligginson there. Try time for the Raiders team. So once again, just Juris there, just coming in, support play from Chris Juris, the 33 years old there, playing very well with the ball in hand. But once again, it started with Marco Alberts, the guy who was having a 10-minute breather and coming back on the second half of this game, just creating play, just broking from the blind side, just looking to really link in with his forward. And of course, it was Keegan and Lynchfield who came in there, just support play. And then the finishing off of Chris Juris was superb indeed. So it's the second try now for the Raiders team. And this time it's Chris Juris, the 33 years old, who has played for the Vodacom Cup a couple of years back for Western Province. And then is actually the brother to the 7th specialist who retired long time ago, Fabian Juris. And SA under 19 2010, that's Chris Juris. He's got so much talent in him. I'm not too sure that his age is on his side, but he still looks very quick.
Well, Ronald Strydom, I beg your pardon, is playing to the age of 40. So, Chris Juris has a massive career ahead of him. If you just look at that, Marco Alberts taking a bit of a breather in the 10 minutes in the sin bin, coming on, making a difference immediately, just showing Roodepoort exactly why he is the danger. Wayne Devonhill now lining up this conversion. The ref is consulting. Could this try be disallowed? Or what is the decision being taken? The ref says he can go ahead and take the kick. Raiders leading 10 points to 9 now. That try taking them to 10 points. Devonhill to add the extras. the sun in his eyes. Difficult conversion. Slots it with ease. Raiders now take the lead, 12 points to 9 for Roodepoort. Mac just shows what one try can do. We spoke about both teams having very different game plans. And that try just changed the whole swing and momentum of this game after we thought Roodepoort was running away with it.
Yeah, we thought so, that Rhodeyport was really on top of things, but then again, things have changed. And I'll tell you what, Raiders team, all the time when they got the ball in hand, they're looking very dangerous. And it's even worse now with Albert's back in action, so they're playing with all 15 men on the park as Tiano there to restart the game. This time he kicks it nice and deep, well underneath that ball. There's the big man himself, Kumano. He takes it up. Alberts on the blind side, so that blind side was not really covered. It's Mbete there with the ball in hand. He decides to really just put it on the ground. He gets it back again. As his ball is still in play with Ismail Adams just clearing up. A little bit of frustration there from the players from Rhodeyport. They're not quite sure why. As now Raiders just with a quick tapper and play there. Now Alberts to Devonshire. Now to James Bester. Beats one. Is still staying on the field. Well, a meter towards the touchline. So Ulfense just takes it up. Well, they're 5 meters towards the try line now. Alberts with the ball in hand to Kopman. Kopman there just finding his forwards, just coming in there at pace with the Kumalo getting involved. And Manganje. Well, it's a slow ball, but they're still in control at this stage with the good pick up and go from the forwards. Penalty, says the ref. Yes, it is. So quick take there from the captain himself. Now he's looking to find his jumpers. He's finding his players indeed. Tackled to Liam Nell. Well, they still got the ball in hand. Now pressure is on now to the Raiders team. Well, Adams is coming nice and slow. Nell there's just standing in the 5 position. Now they're letting the ball go to the big 8th man there. As decides to kick. Now that's a wrong move it is with Mervyn there just getting the ball. He beats one again. Halfway line it is. As Wayne Devon Hill, he gets the ball. Offload to Kumado. Kumado takes it up. A little bit argy-bargy from the ball, but they still kept the ball in hand. He's still going inside. Offload there. It's going to be a good try. Yes, it is. Mangenche there just going over the try line, celebrating to Mangenche, the former Zimbabwean international. 4 caps for Zimbabwe. And of course, he played for Boland as well. 5 caps for Boland. Cavaliers in Eastern Cape, or in Western Cape, I beg your pardon. And then he's celebrating style just behind the poles. So, Raiders now just getting involved. And 17 points. And it's 3 tries already with the conversion to come from the Raiders team.
Champagne rugby there from Raiders. They came out looking to play with ball in hand. Weather's on their side. And I mean, this is what the fans have come out for, Mac. Devon Hill now lining this one up in front of the poles. Devon Hill just gives it a slight chip. Conversion's over. Takes the lead to 19 points. A 10-point lead now between the two teams. Mac, this is what we've missed. Club rugby at its best.
It is at its best, and we did mention that if the Raiders get the ball in hand, they're setting up some few phases with their excellent good runners. I mean, really they look so good with a couple of offloads that I've seen that I was really impressed with them, and really just creating enough opportunity for the Raiders team. Now they're leading, it's 10 points. It's a very tough ask now for the Rhodeyport team, walking very slowly towards the halfway line to restart the game. Signs are telling at this stage. So 9 points. Raiders, they're leading by 19 points to 9. As Rhodeyport, they only had 3 penalties, 2 penalties in the first half from Tian Nodia, and it's only 1 in the second half. That really just gave them 9 points. So it's a deep kick from Nodia, and this time it's Keegan Lynchfield just takes the ball up outside his 22-meter line. And Albert, the captain, one of the senior players now with the ball in hand. And then he finds Kumalo. Kumalo takes it up on the 10-meter line. Now they're approaching the blind side. It looks like now that's the team that is playing with so much structure. It's the Raiders team. They just are using their forwards now just to barge. And they've decided just to play it wide. And Devon Che with the long pass to James Beste. He beats one and is running close to the touchline. Well. I swear the coaches will be very upset about this, because as a player, if you know that you're close to the touchline, you gotta work your way in to recycle the ball. But then again, it's spectators there, the support is getting excited. It looks like as if James Besta is their charm man here. I mean, they just love him. If he touches the ball, everyone gets excited.
Quite a fan favorite. I mean, over the years, he's shown his skill, his talent, and just finding his way and finding himself in the Raiders setup. I mean, they play the type of rugby that he wants to play. Ball in hand, quick pace. And it just showed there with his break down the line. I do agree with you, Max. So much more could have been done with that opportunity. However, Raiders do lead. And that's just another opportunity that they didn't take. Who knows what this game still has to offer for them. Can see the fans going crazy. Ruben Peterson making his way off the field, what looks like a bit of a niggle. We spoke about conditioning earlier. It's been quite a tough one, Mac. Looking at it, both teams conditioning, coming back, and it just seems like Raiders are finding their own in the second half.
Yeah, it's been very tough between these two teams. Perhaps maybe it's time for the coaches to have a look at the bench. Looking at the Raiders bench, Rian van der Berg there, the reserve hooker, who is waiting still for his opportunity with Victor Mampunga as well, with Sabelo Khatebe. So there's quite a few players. Chumane Gia, who has played for UJ as well, it's on the bench for the Raiders team. And Cecil Benjamin, the reserve scrum half, is still 21 years old, though he's waiting for his opportunity. And of course, Devin Dell, and including Adrian Carlsen. So that's the bench of the Raiders at this stage. And the Rhodeyport bench, it's Brendan, reserve hooker, who will be wearing number 16 today. Odisida Yende, the reserve prop forward for the Rhodeyport team, and Senzo Uhlachwayo. So those are the two big props there for the Rhodeyport team. And Joe van der Linde and Yandre van der Merwe as well. Then Fansel Kutsia, and of course, and Ashley Sibisi. So that's the bench for the Raiders. And well, I beg your pardon for Rhodeyport. And I'll tell you what, in the next 2-3 minutes, we will be definitely seeing the changes from both teams. So the throw in this time for, and it's a turnover ball once again. It's a good line there by Lincoln Kopman there. He's trying to find his jumpers once again. It's going to be another try. Come inside there. He's working very hard. Whoa, it's a slam dunk try. It's probably a little bit of suspect there. Devin Hill, who went over the try line, and it's going to be given. Yes, it is. So try. So it's the fourth try for the Raiders team. And it's Wayne Devlin. Devin Hill just scoring his the fourth try for the Raiders team. And looking to pick up the bonus point now. So it's the same player that will try to convert. Well, he's doing almost everything today. So conversion is kicked already too, as he lines this one up. So a very good kickable kick, this one. So he just lines this one up. I like him. He doesn't really waste too much time. He just lines it up. He just moves backward. He looks at his poles as the sign is just shining in his face. He's going to strike. He strikes this one. As he picks up his tee, it's over. So he adds another 2 points in this game. So that should really take the Raiders team all the way up now to 26 points, the Raiders team, and still 9, the Rhodeyport team from West Rand.
That's correct, Mac. Raiders now just coming into their own. Wayne Devonhill adding more points to the tally. He is definitely one of the players to look out for in this game so far. Converting, scoring tries of his own. Definitely one of the standout players. And if we look at it thus far in the match, definitely my man of the match. As we see the players now getting into their huddles for a water break. Mac, 26 points to 9. You're coming out now after this water break. What do you tell your players? You, the coach of Roodepoort, how do you rally them up, get them going? Because at one stage, coming out from the halftime break, they were in the lead.
Yeah, it's very difficult for the Rhodey team, I'll tell you what, because they're really trying to play as quickly as possible, and I don't think that their players are well conditioned enough to toss the ball around. I mean, they've got big forwards, and I would have really just told them, guys, just keep it very tight with the tight five and grind in and try and see if you can get some couple of mauls, and really just making sure that, you know, the players are coming around a lot, especially the forwards. They will really just get away with that, but they do try just to play. But the biggest problem that if you really want to play, you can play, but as soon as you lose the ball, if it's a turnover ball, you're going to be in trouble, especially if you're playing against the likes of the Raiders team. That will definitely punish you, with the likes of James Bester there at the back, Chris Uris and Devlin as well. I mean, Mbete, Itu, who I really thought that has been great today, as you know, Lincoln just operating at 10. So it's always going to be a very big struggle from them. And then, of course, we all know that Rhodey Port has been very strong for the past couple of years. I mean, I must say they're trying really just to regroup as a team, because they've lost quite a few players, with a couple of sponsors that are coming back slowly but surely. And then just give it maybe another 2 to 3 years, there will be a team to be reckoned with again here in Johannesburg.
No, definitely both teams. And if you look at the bench of both teams, a lot of Raiders guys making the swap over to Roodepoort. If you look at Nkolisi Yende, Senzo Tlatswayo, these were all guys that know the setup of Raiders, along with Ronald Stadium. So they know exactly what they were coming to the Bill Jardine Stadium for. And today, you've just seen quality rugby on show. Brilliant rugby from both teams. And this, I mean, Mac, the community's out here, rugby's being played, the sun is shining. What more could you ask for as a sports lover?
Yeah, nothing more to ask on a very good Saturday afternoon. I think at one stage, yeah, at Bill Jardine Stadium, it used to be called the House of Pain a couple of years back. I mean, team never really used to win any games here. It looks like as if they are going back to those glory days. They've played as well in a couple of the Grand Challenge final here in Johannesburg. That's the Raiders team. As looking at the Roodepoort team as well, there's quite a lot of history from their side, with quite a few players that have played for the Lions long time ago, as you know, coming up playing for the Roodepoort team. Just to name the few, the Juho van As of this world, who is coaching Wits University now for the Varsity Cup. He used to play for the Roodepoort team. And then Nigel McGurk. Not too many players people will really know those players that I'm mentioning. I'm not really trying just to give my age away as well with all those names, but Roodepoort has been a very tough team to play against in the past couple of seasons. So now back to the game. So it's Scrum, Alberts to feed. Halfway line it is. So they've got two sides to play on. So pick up and go by Keegan Lynchfield, and is finding Lincoln there. Now E2 just breaks the line. He's going to go all the way. It looks so easy for E2 there. And that move from Lincoln there, who really just had a small little shimmy dummy and keeping the ball in hand. But the running line from E2 Mbete was great. The 28 years old E2 Mbete, who has played for the Leopards a couple of seasons back, specializing on sevens play and UJ sevens as well. Used to have him about 3 or 4 years back, but now just doing his duty right here at Raiders, just scoring the 5th try for his team.
Mac, we've seen phenomenal player from both teams. Devin Hill now lining this one up to add to his tally in this match. In front of the poles, takes 2 steps back, pops it over, conversion added. Raiders are 33-9 to Roodepoort. Mac, just quickly before we go here, looking at this game, Lincoln Koopman coming into the fly-off role. He's just slotted in so easily and made things happen for this Raiders team. Do you think he could have been a fly-off all his life?
Well. I've only seen him play center, so he has perhaps maybe just developed some skills for his team with the change that I'm seeing from the Roodepoort side. So looks like as if it's Yende on the park at tight prop. Now Alberts with the ball in hand, and this time Raiders just knocking the ball inside the 22. Looks like as if the ref didn't really just pick that up. Now they've knocked it again. with Yende with the ball in hand, takes it up. He's getting his opportunity. Ismail Adams to his forwards. Now Nadia, it beats one. Nadia, I must say, has been really impressive, although his team has been under so much pressure. As counteracting there from the Raiders team, as in the process there, Roodepoort just knocking the ball forward. Well, good defense there from the Raiders team, as the counteract works superbly so. As looking at the time, it's 20 minutes to go before the final whistle between these two teams. As 33 points to Raiders, the home side, and 9 to the Rhodeyport. Well, they call themselves Porta. Well, they're under so much pressure. Now, another try will really seal this game very well for the Raiders team, as they're looking to play the ball from inside their 22. So Marco Alberts will feed the scrum. Marco feeds now. This time the scrum is a little bit steady. Now it's starting to move. Lincoln with the ball in hand with the long pass there to James Beste. He takes it up on the 10-meter line. As penalty this time to the given to the Roodepoort team, and I think it's been the problem if the ref, well, the coaching staff of the Raiders team, if they can really just look at it, you know, they'll be really worried about them just losing quite a few balls on the ground, especially with the Roodepoort team really contesting very well, winning quite a few balls on the ground, and this could be an opportunity now for the Roodepoort team to at least score a try. So it's the first time, well, in the second half, so the Roodepoort team, they're right inside the Raiders half. So this lineout will be vital with a couple of players now that are on the park. We did mention that Odisida Yende will be at hooker, as this is going to be very vital. So Yende with the throw and a little bit of Ajibaji, so a little bit untidy there, but good tidy up there from the Porter forwards. Now Adams with the ball in hand, he swings it wide. No one else wants to claim that ball, as Ruan Judoit takes it up. He's been very good as well. Judoit, Adams again on the open side to Nadia. I'm not too sure that was going to be a good idea. Oh, the ball just hit the poles, as pressure to the Raiders team, and the ref just gives a scrum to the Roodepoort team. So there's a player on the field.
Tired bodies out there, as you can see. Players down. Players having their hands on their heads, getting a bit of a breather. Some interesting play there by Roodepoort now. Eventually getting some ball in hand, and you see momentum going their way, all coming from a penalty. Substitutes now ringing in from Raiders. Phenomenal performance there from the guy in the front row.
That's their hooker.
Reinhard Olofse.
He's off the park, and in his place we're expecting Rian van der Berg, 32 years old, who will be given an opportunity to play in the last 15 minutes or so in this game. Just trying to look who's on the ground there, just getting up slowly, gingerly, as he's not going to finish the game. It looks like as if it's the star player, just Ruan Dutoit, the 25 years old, who is making his way off the park as a Bastion student in his heydays at school. So it's scrum, Roodepoort to feed. Well, they're 5 meters towards the try line, so this is a must score opportunity for the Roodepoort team. 9 points to Roodepoort, 33 the Raiders. And time is not on their side, so feed from Adams, as keeping the ball inside their penalty. That was a very good play there from the Roodepoort team. I reckon they must take another scrum. No, he's arguing with me, as he takes a quick one there with a good tackle on the far side of the park by Edu. Mbete just making a very good tackle in a process. Rhodey team just knocking the ball forward.
Good defense there. I just feel like Roodepoort were a little bit too hasty with that decision. Could have kept the ball, gone for another scrum, eventually forced the scrum penalty and even a penalty try, because they have been getting the better of the Raiders scrum on the day.
Yeah, you're correct. They have. Perhaps maybe, you know, players really under so much pressure, not really thinking clear. It was a matter of just taking another scrum there. They were going to be successful. As Raiders scrum, at times they've been under pressure, but at times they've been very good as well. So, Albert. There's the restart again. And at flank, Jandre van Merwe just on an open side for the Rhodey team, just wearing number 20. As Usenzo Hlatshwayo just coming in as a sub, just running at number 8 in place of Ruan Tutoit, who has been very good today for the Rhodey team. Albert's feet as finding Devon Hill. Devon Hill can't find touch as the ball has been knocked forward. Now the following up from the Raiders team as Keegan Lynchfield there with the ball in hand. Well, he's given he's a fullback, Mervyn Senes. Is it a try? Yes, it is. Well, it's 6 tries already in this game. And then we still got about 12 to 15 minutes left as they celebrates in style. Where his players, there they come. Just a big hug, big high five there, including the inside center, Devon Hill, who has done very well as Raiders looking very dangerous, especially if they see the ball on the ground, which is loose. They will definitely pounce you.
Mac, it's been quite interesting to see how they've just chased their kicks down, because that kick wasn't executed to perfection, but it was the chase that made that try, forcing the knock on there by Roodepoort. Raiders pounced, and Snyders doing what he does best, scoring points. Devon Hill now blocking the sun, swings his boot with so much ease. Another one added. 40 points to 9. Raiders now looking to put the final nail in the coffin. I don't think there's any way back for Roodepoort from this.
Now in Afrikaans, I would probably say Roodepoort is Krano. I don't see them really just coming back. And I don't really see them scoring a try anytime soon. They had their opportunity, so 40 points to 9. It's a big score indeed. As Raiders really just coming up tops, especially when the ball is loose. Well, that's how they play. They feed off the players' mistakes. They capitalize on the opposition's mistakes. So that's exactly what they did there. As 40 points it is. So a couple of changes that will be taking place. We'll definitely just update you as soon as possible. As Senzo Hlatshwayo on the park. It looks like as if it's Ashley Spacey as well, waiting for his opportunity. So restart deep from Raiders. Good take. And in the process, Keegan Lynchfield just knocking the ball forward. Ref is playing advantage. So Adams to Hlatshwayo. Hlatshwayo just takes the ball up. Adams again looking for his forward, and he finds his captain, Ronald Stradom. Penalty, says the ref. So a quick take there by their number 10, Stian Nodier, just with the ball in hand, just finding his forwards now. Raiders trying to contest that ball on the ground, and penalty again. So 5 meters towards the try line. And now this time the ref himself, Richard Schultz, just slowed it down. And then once again he wants to have a chat with the captain of the Raiders, which is Lincoln Koopman.
Mac, quite concerning here, the penalty count. I mean, as we get into the business end of the tournament, Raiders would need to cut down on that penalty count, improve on their discipline, And I mean, if they'd done that, they wouldn't have allowed Roodepoort any of those 9 points that they scored.
Yeah, well, the good thing about this Raiders team, they haven't really just let any tries on their side. Now, big man himself, Baden Stein, being tackled backwards as they decided just to take it short. So counter-rucking from the Raiders team. It's a slow ball. So Adams. And then offload. There's a ball there being counter-rucking. Great from the Raiders team. Now they're coming away with it. With Sabelo Khatebe as well on the park. A little cheeky there. And Benjamin, a little scrummy, who is on the park now at this stage for the Raiders team. Now, quick take again to Ricardo Berger. He takes it up. Adams with the long pass to his forwards, and then they've knocked it forward. It's probably fatigue now, just playing a big factor. And it's a game for the Rhodey Port team. And there's a couple of mistakes. There's plenty of mistakes with another change that we're seeing from the Rhodey Port, wearing number 21. And is this Chumane Gia at flank? I'll have to have a look very closely. Yes, it is. It looks like it is Chumani. We'll definitely update you again when we're getting closer to the player. So it's 40 points. The Raiders team 9. Rhodey Port. Well, looking at the log, it's definitely going to change. Just let's discuss it very quickly. So at this stage, Rhodey Port are sitting on the 3rd spot with 21 points. And Raiders are 19 points, sitting on the 4th spot. So they'll definitely jump to, with the bonus points, they'll definitely jump to the 2nd spot, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And Rhodey Port will definitely go down. So it's good, this one, for the Raiders, because they really put themselves in a very good spot to play on the playoffs, which will be happening very soon, just before month end. So Chumani on the park at flank on an open side, as Benjamin will be feeding the scrum now for the Raiders team. So Benjamin feeds, as scrum there just collapsing. Yeah, well, we will definitely expect the scrum not to go well, because there's quite a few new players now on the park that are on the park between these two teams, so they'll need to really adjust as quickly as possible. Although I don't think that Raiders will definitely mind this. They're up by 40 points to 9, so it's quite a big score.
Time running out here for Roodepoort here, Mac. Raiders in possession of the ball. I think they just stick to basics. Seelan Benjamin, phenomenal player. Quick. I mean, he can make up that 100 meters on the field if he wants to. But I think they're just going to stick to structure here. Lincoln Koopman waiting to receive. Massive scrum here by Roodepoort. Changes things immediately. They keep going. Penalty goes their way. Raiders just falling away there. Adams now learning from his mistakes that he made earlier, this time slowing the game down, giving Roodepoort the opportunity to catch their breath and maybe go for another scrum here, do what works for them.
Yeah, he is doing well, and it's very good play, good thinking from Ishmael Nodier, the 26 years old Adams. Well, they've been very strong during scrum time, so why don't we really just play there? And then the two refs just having a chat, as Richard Schultz just having a chat with Daniel Matthijs. I bet you they're discussing the scrum. It hasn't been really good, so they're having a good chat, as perhaps maybe penalty will come. Yeah, ref has been tested there, these patients as well, as Keegan Lynchfield, big number 8 from Raiders there, being cautioned, and it's a card, so it's a second card for the Raiders team, as at first it was Marco, that's number 8, so it's a big Keegan Lynchfield, played for the Lions Junior, still 22 years old, so a little bit undisciplined there for the young man. I'm sure you would learn just going forward.
It'd be interesting to see from the referee there what the yellow card was for. Raiders now back to 14 players on the pitch. Looks like they're going to see the game out with 14 players. The same way they've seen the first half out, they're going to be seeing the second half out with 14 players. But will this impact their defensive line? Roodepoort now, as we alluded to earlier, Mac, sticking to what works for them. Keeping the ball tight, using the big runners, breaking through the centers. The referee spots a forward pass, but another penalty is given. Mac, it's just a matter of time until the penalty try comes. I think that Richard Schultz has been quite lenient here today.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's been very patient with these two teams. Well, both teams have given quite a few penalties. Well, you've expected, though, as well. Because remember, there was a big break between these two teams during COVID, so quite a few players are not really that well conditioned. But, you know, players, they will always be up for the game. So it's good to see the players play back in action just before the season ends. So, scrum again. So Raiders there, just scrumming with a 7-man, Rhodey Port with 8. Adams with the feed. Now they're moving forward. Now Adams, this time it decides another penalty. This one, it's a card, so I'm not too sure whether the ref will definitely give the card. It was deliberately ball being knocked forward on the ground. As 2 yellow cards already for the Raiders team. Well, that's lucky for them. He's not going to give any cards. So, Adams. With the ball in hand. As this is one of the standout players for this Roodepoort team, Ishmael Adams, including Ruan Dutoit. And of course, the number 10, Tian Nodia, who's 20 years old. So Adams feeds. Now this time again, the scrum is going a little bit forward. Now he takes the ball out. It's a long pass to Nodia. Nodia breaks the line there. It's going all the way to first try for the Roodepoort team. Well, a little bit of consolation try there from the Roodepoort team. As the line was good and the passing was superbly so, which Ishmael just giving a decent pass to his number 10, Tian Nodia, who came in at pace with a little bit of an angle there. He broke the tackle and he had to work hard, and then the conversion is over. But the conversion is over there, and that should really just give a little bit of a respect. So finishing very strong and high, that's the Roodepoort team.
16-40 the final score on the day. Raiders coming out victorious over Roodepoort. Roodepoort putting up a phenomenal fight, fighting right until the death of this game. Raiders just too strong on this occasion. Great play by the likes of Wayne Devonhill, Chris Juries. I mean, we've seen it all. These players have come into their own and owned the club scene, Mac. Looking at it, Roodepoort, phenomenal performance by the fly-off. Tian Nodia slotting penalties, ended off for the try. Spectacular performance. Mac, what's your overall take on this match?
A very good play, really indeed, by the Raiders team. Just to give a little bit of a summary from the first half of this game, it started all the way with the Roodepoort team that kicked a very good penalty in the first half, as they had another opportunity to kick another one. So it's 2 penalties from Tian Nodia in the first half of this game from the Roodepoort side. And of course, in the second half, he got another opportunity, so he slotted another opportunity. So they went in all the way to 9. And of course, in the last dying moment of this game, in the 80 minutes of this game, that's Nodia again just teaming up with the likes of Ishmael Adams, just scoring the consolation try for the Roodepoort team, converted by himself, Nodia, and that really just took the Roodepoort team to 16 points. Now the victorious team today, no penalty at all from the Raiders team, as in the first half of this game they only scored 2 tries with James Bester in the 13 minutes, just going over the try line, with Chris Juris as well, just finishing off the second half with a try for the Raiders. And in the second half, this is where now the Raiders team really came back very strongly, just scoring 4 tries in my books, with Goodwin Manganle just scoring a try, with Wayne Devlin as well just scoring a try for himself, and Uitumpeto, the left wing, who has been very quick on the mark, just scoring the try in the 40 minutes of this game. And of course, just finishing off in style, it's Mervyn Snayers just with the try that right at the end for the Raiders team. So conversion, it's a 4 conversion from Devlin Hill, and then of course with 2 2 yellow cards that we saw in this game. Disappointing really indeed, but they'll be very happy about the score. So now the final score right here at Bill Jardine Stadium in Boschmond is Raiders team hosting the Rhodeyport team. Raiders 40 points as Rhodeyport team only scored 16 points. From me, Mac Masina, and TH, my man, will say good afternoon or good evening.
Okay, yes, on YouTube. Okay, awesome.